So let's imagine Iraq War, first couple years. I was there in '05, '07, so that's already was OIF 3. So OIF 2, 3, somewhere around there. That is 2005, 2006. 2004 was big battle for Fallujah. 2006 was the Battle of Ramadi. That's where the whole Anbar province. We had to move from Mosul down to Ramadi. Mosul was another one where Third ACR with General McMaster were taking care of Zarqawi and his wing of Al Qaeda. But anyway, let's imagine during those days, American army fighting in Iraq, and Iraqi subversion groups coming to the United States, going to, let's say, Hoover Dam, and do some kind of a sabotage in a Hoover Dam. Or they would go to, I don't know, Lincoln Tunnel or something and blow it up. That is hard to imagine, right? That's just kind of a silly, because you have the security services, you got CIA, you got FBI, you got Department of Homeland Security, Department of National Intelligence, and everything, all the other 17 agencies under it. You have police, you have everything that changed after 9/11, right? This pyramid kind of went upside down, so everything was going down from the lowest level. See something, say something, and blah 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 blah. You all know that anti-terrorism type of deal. But imagine someone just goes in, some Iraqi or Afghani, Taliban or somebody, and does something crazy like that. It's unimaginable, right? I mean, in the modern country, in a country that is a superpower, that has a great military, great everything, it's pretty much ensured that we will feel secure here, even though there is wars going on, in other countries. However, in Russia is a little different. Even though somebody was calling it second army, second military in the world, just because, they bought into the Russian propaganda that Russia was spreading about their military. And actually, I bought into it too. So their most modern tank, Armata, we had to do a presentation in the army, talk about how Russia modernized in the military, how they get in this new tank, Armata, which now proved to be a fakery. They produced two of them just to show on the parades, and that's it, because none of those tanks actually made it to Ukrainian front lines, or even anywhere near there. They just stayed. Nobody ever seen it. It was just two parade tanks that they were saying that we got this new, like this Abrams killer, blah blah blah. But let's go back to subversions. So yesterday we talked about this guy, Ukrainian politician that escaped to Russia and was assassinated yesterday there by Ukrainian special services, whatever, SBU. We will call them, agents, Ukrainian agents. But that's not the first time, and it's not just an assassinations. Ukrainians doing in Russia, and you probably don't hear that much about it, but recently, a couple weeks ago, there was a huge thing happening on the BAM, Baikal Amur highway, well, railway. So if you ever grew up in that neck of the woods, right, that part of the world, you heard that was the huge Stalin. I don't know how many prisoners he killed, and building that railway, how many students he sent there for free to build that railway. So, but this is the huge railway. It spans throughout the whole Russia. And Russia, again, you can't go anywhere in Russia without train. To get somewhere around here, like right here, you'll have to fly. You would have to like change 7 planes or something, and then end up getting in a helicopter to fly over there and hoping that thing doesn't crash. But there's a Vladivostok right here, the huge, western um, city. This is Sakhalin. Sakhalin is like what Japan kind of wants, but I hope after this whole everything is over, Japan takes it, because Japan really need it, and Russia obviously don't. But anyway, so this is the main railway, and then they added. So the red one is the historic Stalin era, whatever. Then this is more modern. It was built in different sections, and the sections are all showed. But anyway, so I actually found the Russian. It's called New Newspaper Europe. So they're not really pro-Russian, but they are Russians. So there's this tunnel, the longest tunnel over there, that kind of, if we think about it, it's somewhere right here because it connects to China and everything. So somebody blow it up, and as you can see, there's only one lane, and this is it. This is the only thing that goes from here to here or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't want to look into it, but it's basically, this is it. And they blow up this tunnel, not completely, but they blow it up. It was, so really, the Russians were saying that between Russia and China, it was the only rail, this is the tunnel, the only rail connection between Russia and China. And again, all the North Korean weapons come, North Korean ammo goes through there somewhere and everything. I think the Kim Jong-un was driving on that rail, wherever going, maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but where he went and which way his armored train went to Russia when he went recently to Russia. I think he went to Vladivostok, so not too far, because he kind of scared. So he probably went like right here somewhere like this. But anyway, that's not about him. So this is huge. This was the huge, and how many times Ukraine? 2 times, right? That we know, bombed the Kerch Bridge in Crimea. Now this big tunnel. Now they assassinated a couple of the figures in this whole Russian world ideology. And we talk about Russian world, what it means. It's not what it sounds like. It's just it's almost like a Third Reich, but they call it Russian world. And Russian world is like this second, bipolar, what they call it. And I will call it bipolar because it sounds great for what Russia's doing, but this is like a second scale in this whole scale of superpower in the world, like Soviet Union used to be to the America and Western world. So they want to do the same thing, but with this whatever, this huge country that doesn't produce anything but oil and gas. So they don't make anything. They don't even have nails. Even they're like a deputy, like number 3 of Russian politics, right? That number 3. So whatever, the Nancy Pelosi equivalent, also female. She said that we can't even do the nails in our country. We're exporting them from China. So, but anyway, this is just to show you that how ridiculous Russian security is. Russian security service, all this KGB, FSB, all this. Remember about the tank armada? Remember about how their second military in the world couldn't take over more than 20% of Ukraine, compared to US military taking over the Iraq twice. And Iraq, mind you, was ranked as number 4 military in the world at the time of invasion of Kuwait. And US basically with couple divisions stumped it. So same with security services. United States Security Services, you know, FBI, CIA, blah blah blah. Yes, 9/11. Yes, dropped the ball on that. It was restructured completely. Again, there's my master's in Homeland Security. On top of it is my bachelor's in Homeland Security. So, and it was right after 9/11 when I started to study. So there's a lot of that. And structure of DNI, actually a smart thing that was implemented after 9/11. Russia, they don't do that because it's a fascist state. It's one head, and he needs to be has to be in charge of everything. So we'll talk about Russian Orthodox Church in one of the next videos, because Vivek Ramaswamy keeps spraying this idea about, you know, how Ukraine is you know, going against Christians and blah blah blah. But I'll tell you about this Russian Orthodox Church and the arm of Russian Orthodox Church in Ukraine, and what is Russian Orthodox Church today in Putin's hands. Basically just one of his tentacles. Same as media, same as church, same as military, same as financial structure. It's all in hands of one octopus, the Putin. So hopefully you know, watch these videos, put like and subscribe for the channel. We'll talk more about this little things that might add something to your picture of tracking all the other news that, you know, on this Russia-Ukraine conflict and anything else. So I also wait for your questions maybe in the comment section that I can answer maybe, you know, more in depth with more pictures and explanations. Till the next video.